2 weeks down, plenty of weeks to go. Not a great week last week. I got 7 tips correct from 16 picks. Let's get into my NFL Week 3 picks, and I have a massive announcement for you guys.
To entertain house.
Week 3 will begin tomorrow. At the time of filming this, it is the New York Jets taking on the Patriots. Before I announce this, guys, this has been a long time coming. It has been planned for a long time. I am going to the NFL. I'm very excited. The 2 games I'm going to are the Chargers taking on the Ravens in November, and the Rams and Eagles game at SoFi Stadium. I'm very excited. Let me know what you think in the comments. There will be some content in LA. Anyway, guys, let's get into the picks. So, first game is the New York Jets taking on the Patriots in this game, as well as the Patriots are playing. I'm going to go the Jets here. I think the Jets are going to get the win. I will go with the Jets in a tight game because I like what I've seen from the Patriots. Jets to win by 6. Next up, it is the Cleveland Browns hosting the New York Giants. And as for this game, I just don't have any trust in the Giants right now. And I think that the Browns are going to be too good for this one. Cleveland Browns to win by 13. Next up is a bit of a tough game to pick. It is the Indianapolis Colts at home hosting the Chicago Bears, who haven't been too bad, but still some injuries to start their season. I'm actually going to go in an upset here. I'm going to say Chicago win this game on the road. So I'm going to go with the Chicago Bears to upset the Colts by 7 points. Next up, it is the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Houston Texans. A red hot start to the Houston Texans. I'm going to go with the Texans here. I do think it'll be tight. I think Minnesota have been better than I expected. It is only 2 weeks, early to tell, but I'll go the Texans to win the match by 4 points. Next up at home, it is the New Orleans Saints, who have been amazing. They've been averaging 40 points a game, some big wins. So I just see the Saints getting the win here against the Philadelphia Eagles, a pretty solid team. The Eagles obviously got that loss the other day to the Falcons. I'm going to say that the Saints do a job on them. I really do think the Saints are playing well. So I'll go the Saints by 14 points. I won't stick to a 20 sort of scoreline, but I'll say that they win comfortably by at least 14 New Orleans way, which is a surprise to say the least. A few weeks ago, you would have gone the other way for sure. Next up, it is the Pittsburgh Steelers hosting the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, the Chargers for this game, if they win this one, they start the season 3-0. The Steelers have really impressed me, man, to start the year. Like the Vikings, I didn't have that much expectation on the Steelers, and maybe around week 5, I'll put out my ladder prediction video, and I'll tell you what I originally had compared to what I have now. But it's going to be a tough game to pick. I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I like their defense, man. So I'm going to go the Steelers to win by 6 points in a tight one. A bit of a coin flip that could go either way. Next up, it is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Denver Broncos, and Denver just don't look all that great, at least right now. So Tampa Bay for mine are going to win this one and win it quite well. Tampa Bay to win by 11 points. Next up is the Tennessee Titans taking on the Green Bay Packers, and the Packers start the season 2-0 as well. The Packers obviously lost Jordan Love in week 1, and then had the backup. I forget who was QB, but they had the backup. I think is it Alan Lazard? I could be wrong. In week 2, and they were able to get the win. And I think they do it again here, and I think that the Titans can be beaten quite convincingly. I think the Packers are going to be pretty good this year over in the NFC. So I'll go the Green Bay Packers to beat Tennessee by 15 points in this one. Next up, the Las Vegas Raiders will take on the Carolina Panthers, who look really bad once again to start the year. It's just not looking like the Panthers are going to do... They're like the West Tigers of the NRL, if you know what I mean there. But I feel like the Panthers are going to keep this game close. But overall, the Raiders are going to get them, and this could be ugly. I'll go the Vegas Raiders to win by 7 points, but I could see a much bigger scoreline here. And the Seattle Seahawks will take on the Miami Dolphins, and once again, unfortunately for the Dolphins, Tua Tagovailoa is out and injury concerns cloud all around him and the Dolphins right now. The Dolphins still have a good team without him, but are they going to be able to do it all without their QB? I don't think so. I think Seattle's going to expose them a little bit here, open up and be too good in offense. So I'll go Seattle to also win this game by 15 points. I think they'll be too good. Next up is the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Detroit Lions. And, you know, the Lions were beaten. The Cardinals got the win. It's a really strange season to say the least. But as for this, I feel like it's going to be much tighter than people think. And I think everyone's going to go Detroit massive margin. And I've got expectation on Detroit, but I know they didn't get the win the other day. I think the Lions win this, but I think it's going to be incredibly close. I just have a feeling. So I'm actually going to go, I like what I've seen from the Cardinals. Detroit Lions win by 1 point. I think they'll snatch this one, just get away with it. I think they'll have a healthy lead, but that lead will sort of be run down by the Cardinals. And Detroit will just pick up a win by 1 point. Up, it is the Dallas Cowboys versus the Baltimore Ravens. And both these teams at even money because Dallas, a really poor start to this season. They will need to get back on track here. Can they do it, the Dallas Cowboys? I think that the Baltimore Ravens are actually going to be too good here. I think that the Ravens get a win. Baltimore Ravens to win by 10. This is a desperate game for the Baltimore Ravens here. Next up, it is the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. It's a massive game. Very excited for this one. Should be a cracker. Lots of injuries amongst these sides. Obviously, McCaffrey out for a while. And I have read Deebo Samuel also out for the 49ers, which is a big loss for them. So I'm going to go with the 49ers. It's going to be very close. And I feel like the 49ers are just going to get this win here on the back of Brock Purdy. 49ers to win this one by 4 points in a very exciting game. Game of the round. Next up, we've got the Atlanta Falcons taking on my boys, the Kansas City Chiefs. And the Falcons beat the Eagles. They got the upset win in 30 seconds to go. Snatched that win. Kansas City Chiefs, as people are saying, bailed out by the refs. But it was the right call based off the rules. I feel like the Chiefs have been good, but not great to start the year. And this man who I'm wearing, Travis Kelce, he needs to step up more in this game. And I'm wearing his jersey because this is going to be his first touchdown of the year. So Kansas City are going to win this game against the Falcons. It is going to be a close one. It is going to be that 1-13. But Kansas City are going to win by 11 points against the Atlanta Falcons. Next up, it is the Buffalo Bills taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. And a nice season start for the Buffalo Bills. I probably didn't expect them to start 2-0, but here they are. I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills to win this game by 8 points against the Jaguars. I think they will be too good. They are at home here. Bills to win by 8. The last game of Week 3, we'll see the Cincinnati Bengals take on the Washington Commanders. The Commanders got the win against the Giants by 3 points the other day. How are they going to go against a Bengals team that started awful in Week 1? Almost got the job at Arrowhead once again in Week 2 there. Played really well. Can they back it up again? I think they can. And I think the Bengals are going to win by 10 points in this one. Anyway, guys, those are my tips for the NFL Week 3 picks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your picks in the description below. If you're new around here, guys, I'm a massive NFL fan from down here in Australia, and I'm looking forward to coming and watching those games, as I mentioned in November. If you're new around here, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and I'll see you guys later.